Now it comes time to our keynote. Our keynote today is going to tell us about how the power to create your own destiny. Please give a big round of applause to Jay.
Well, thank you. That was a wonderful round of applause. I'm very, very touched. Thank you very much. Those of you who know me will know that I'm known for branding. I help business owners to create a story, to define their why. What you may not know is that I'm also a poet. I'm a published poet, I dare say. I've published 3 books, 2 anthologies, which I did for charity, and I've also published a book of my own. And I'm also an inspirational speaker. This afternoon I'm going to share with you some inspiration, based on a poem called I Can, I Will, I Am. Let me start by asking you a question. Do you believe in destiny? I believe that we all have the power and the ability to create and shape our own destiny. Destiny is inextricably linked to words such as success, opportunity, and mindset. When I talk about success this afternoon, I'm talking about actually crossing that finish line, lasting the journey and crossing the finish line. We hear so many definitions of success, but that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Success is very much linked to mindset. Mindset is a key factor in your success, in helping you to stay that journey and cross that finish line. Mindset can empower you to notice and create the right opportunities for you. So I want to set the scene by sharing with you a poem. This poem I penned back in 2012 on my way to the inaugural Stafford Arts Festival. It's called I Can, I Will, I Am. I say I penned it because I don't feel that I wrote it, I feel it was actually given to me. It's helped me to build up my confidence, my self-belief. I'm going to be sharing with you a few areas where I've lacked self-belief and how I've had to build my self-belief up over the years. This poem has been a personal pep talk, and I feel there's a message that I want to share. So it's called I Can, I Will, I Am. Is that okay if I share with you?
Yeah, come on, Jay.
Thank you. So, I can do this. It's too big an opportunity to miss. So long as I allow myself to believe me, so long as I don't let my fear deceive me, I can do this. I will do it. I will follow through right to the finish. I will go out there and give it my all. And when I'm done, I will stand tall. I will do it. I am bringing that moment into the now. Focus on succeeding. I'll make my own how. I'm ready for success. My time has come. Seizing the moment, I've already won. Yes, I am the stronger man. Yes, I can. I will. And I am. Thank you. Thank you. So I want you to keep that poem in mind because I will very likely be referring to it as we go through the talk this afternoon. But for now, let's talk about opportunities. Opportunities can present themselves in so many ways. It could be an opportunity to stand up and do your 60 seconds elevator pitch. We've had some fantastic elevator pitches this afternoon. I think you all deserve to give yourselves a round of applause, so well done, well done. Thank you. It could be an opportunity to do a keynote like this. Could be perhaps an opportunity to take on that big client, the biggest client you've ever had. Maybe it's a corporate client that you've never done that kind of client before. Even, dare I say, something as seemingly insignificant as standing up and singing on the karaoke is an opportunity, because if it puts you out of your comfort zone and causes you to stretch, it's an opportunity for you to stretch and to learn something about yourself. So how do you react when you receive an opportunity? Do you grab it with both hands and run with it? Or do you allow those mind gremlins, those voices of self-doubt, that negative self-talk, to talk you out of it? I can't do it. I can't stand up and do a talk, introduce myself. What if I mess my words up? I'm going to look so stupid. I can't do a keynote. There's going to be people in that audience who know me. If I forget my words, I'm going to look an idiot. I'm going to feel so embarrassed. I can't take on that client. I've never done a client that big before. I don't know where to start. I can't do a business. I've never run a business. What if I go bust? Why do we have these voices of self-doubt? Why do we give in to these voices of self-doubt? Could it perhaps be because of that little four-letter word beginning with F? Fear. It could be a fear of failure, fear of looking stupid. Perhaps it's, as the famous Marianne Williamson poem says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. So perhaps it's a fear of success, or rather the fear of the changes and the responsibility that such success and such power will bring. Whatever the case, I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you this afternoon that fear is a liar. Don't let your fear deceive you. Because at the end of the day, fear is an expensive luxury. It will cost you dearly. I know this from personal experience. I'm going to share with you in a minute a personal experience of mine. But it will cost you in lost opportunities. It will cost you in lost business. It's fear and lack of self-belief will give you a very negative brand. As I said, I'm talking from personal experience here, because when I first started out in business, it's a wonder that I actually did get started out in business. I think it was more necessity rather than confidence, because my confidence was rock bottom. I did not believe in myself. And I remember standing in the back bedroom at my house, and I said to my wife, I asked a question, I said, do you think it's possible to know something but not believe it? And she gave me a real puzzled look. What do you mean? I said, well, I know that I'm good at what I do. I was a virtual assistant back then doing admin services for my clients. I know I'm good at doing the admin because I've been told that by my clients. I've had some really good testimonials. But I don't believe it. I don't believe I deserve it. As a consequence, I used to find myself cutting myself short, slitting my own throat as it were. I used to sell myself for next to nothing. I even gave my services away for free. Does anybody want a free website? Well, you're not going to get one from me today. But you would have back then. Lack of self-belief is not something that you can hide. It will come over in your posture, in your presentation, in your speech, your vocal tone and your manner of delivery. So you cannot afford to give in to this lack of self-belief, into the fear. So how do we overcome it? How do we overcome this fear? Well, fear is a two-sided coin. You have to flip it on its head. And what I mean by that is, rather than saying, I can't, I don't deserve it, I'm not worth it, ask yourself, what if I can? What if I do? What if I am? What the positive alternative? And then make a resolve to go out there and do it. I will do it. But the thing is, it's all well and good telling ourselves, I can, as if to psych ourselves up. But without the action, that is just like revving your engine up, but not engaging the gears and moving forward. You have to move forward. I will do it. I will follow through right to the finish. You have to take that first step. What's the old, is it Chinese or Japanese saying? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with, that's right, one step. But I'm going to add to that. You have to take a second step, a third step, a fourth step, a fifth step, a sixth step, and so on, and keep going right to the finish line. You can have a drink. So I will follow through right to the finish. And when I'm done, I will stand tall. It's crucial that you acknowledge your milestones and your successes. I remember my very first coach. She was supposed to be a business coach, but she had to give me some life coaching to start with because, like I said, I didn't believe in myself. And she used to say to me at the end of every call, Jay, remember to do your happy dance. What's a happy dance?
Tell us, Jay.
Well, it's not like doing a silly dance across the stage or across down the street. It's not that. You can do that if you want, but that's not what we're talking about. Your happy dance is recognizing what you've done, rewarding yourself, even if it's just standing back and admiring your handiwork. My wife takes the mickey out of me because I do it all the time. When I've finished building a website, I will take a few minutes and think, man, I'm good. I'm good. And you have to. When I'm doing something as simple as mowing the lawn, I hate mowing the lawn. But what I do enjoy is walking up the garden path the day after and seeing it nice and smooth and saying to myself, I did that. You have to acknowledge your successes and milestones. That is a crucial tool in building up your self-belief and overcoming those voices of self-doubt, those negative mind gremlins, as I like to call them. And your milestones. Another crucial tool is to set milestones. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I'm going to share with you a personal experience, and this is very, very recent. I have been teetotal for 14 months now. Back in August last year, 11th of August last year, I realised that the alcohol was becoming a little bit of a problem for me. I would go down the pub on a lunchtime for one pint, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, chucking out time, whatever it was, 10 pints later, staggering home. And I remember waking up on Friday the 11th of August with a real bad stomach, because it used to affect my stomach, a real pounding headache, and without wanting to be too graphic, I remember sat on the loo and I think to myself, this has got to stop. I saw a friend of mine, Jo Jeffries. She'd been dry for 2 weeks and she posted how fantastic she was feeling, and she was actually, rather than being down the pub on the Friday with a glass of wine, putting the board to right, she was in the studio creating her magic, and she felt fantastic, and I thought, that's it. I have got to stop it. And I made a decision then, and I stopped. But did I do it like that? No, I made milestones. I set milestones, because at the end of the day, my aim was to do it for 12 months. but it was too big. It was like an elephant for me, so I set milestones. The first milestone was to do the month. The second milestone was to do 3.5 months, because that was my record, previous record for staying dry. My next milestone was Christmas, and then by the time I got to my birthday, 21st of February, if you want to make a note of that, presents are very welcome. 21st of February, by the time I got to there, I was 6 months, so over the 6 month line, so I was over halfway. And I set goals all the way, and I did it. But what I discovered was that when I got to 12 months, another fear, a positive fear, took hold of me, because I realised I don't want to go backwards, and I'm scared to go into the pub because I do not want to go backwards. I do not want to mix with that negative audience, that negative, those negative people who will draw me back into those negative ways. My point here is that you have to set milestones and acknowledge those milestones. How am I doing for time? 10 minutes? So we spoke about resolutions, about making that resolve. When's the time, the usual time when we make resolutions? Yeah. Absolutely, in the new year. But what happens? A year, a month, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, we've given up. Perhaps it's become too hard. Why do we find it too hard? Why do we lose our vision? Perhaps it's because we didn't have that vision in the first place. And that is another crucial tool that you need to succeed, is visualization. Bring that moment of you crossing into the finish line into the present now. Imagine yourself there. Embody it. Become it. What does it feel like to cross that finish line, to achieve that? What does it feel like right now, as if you have already achieved it? How does that feel? Embody it and visualize it. What you'll find is that by doing this, you will actually notice opportunities. Remember at the beginning I talked about noticing opportunities? You will notice opportunities. It's not that you suddenly attracted them. I mean, I am a big believer in law of attraction, but I believe there's a lot more to it than just putting out the energy, sending out the energy, and it just comes. A lot of the time, the opportunities were already there. When you set your vision on that thing and imagine it as if it's there and embody it and become it, you switch on that part of your brain in your prefrontal cortex called your reticular activating system. This is the part of the brain that notices things. I know you've spoken about this before, Ian, but so have a lot of people, including me. Now, you switch on this your reticular activating system. This is a part of your brain which is responsible for noticing things. Ladies in the audience, have you ever gone out to buy yourself a brand new outfit? Maybe it's a red outfit, for instance. You've never seen anybody else wearing this outfit before. Maybe, gents, you bought yourself a new suit. You've never seen anyone wearing that suit before. What happens? All of a sudden, everybody is wearing it. Why? Have they suddenly thought, oh, Angela's got a new dress, I'm going to get that. Jamie's got a new suit, I'm going to buy one like that. No. They were already wearing it, but you suddenly noticed it because you switched your reticular activating system has switched on to that style of dress or suit. And it's the same with opportunities. The opportunities are already there, but when you set your mind to achieving something, your reticular activating system will notice them. So it's crucial that you visualize and feel it within yourself. Excuse me. And this is what I mean by bringing that moment into the now. Making your own how. And again, if the opportunities aren't presenting themselves, you can create them. One of my favourite artists is Bon Jovi. Got any Bon Jovi fans in the audience? Yes? Clearly not. The line from his song, It's My Life, one of the lines is, luck ain't even lucky, you've got to make your own breaks. So make your own breaks. I'm going to finish off by reciting the poem again, and I want to encourage you, if you feel you want to recite it with me. And let's give it an air punch at the end. So, here goes. I can do this. It's too big an opportunity to miss. As long as I don't let my fear deceive me, as long as I allow myself to believe me, I can do this. I will do it. I will follow through right to the finish. I will go out there and give it my all. And when I'm done, I will stand tall. I will do it. Pardon me. I am bringing that moment into the now. Focus on succeeding. I'll make my own how. I'm ready for success. My time has come. Seizing the moment, I've already won. Yes, I am the stronger man. Yes, I can. I will. And I am. Thank you.